Okay, so going back to that time, just what was it about Manchester that, I mean, was it because the way you describe it, it almost sounded bleak, but so much good music came
Well,
out of
it is.
Manchester.
Yeah, it was kind of like Detroit or somewhere, you know. I mean, it was, an industrial town, heavy industrial town, post Second World War kind of thing when I was growing up. Um, but it had a lot of heart and soul and spirit there, you know.
Yeah.
It's a very kind of northern thing. Um, had a lot of spirit there, and people, you know, it was the remnants of the war was still there, and it was, guys then when they were 30 looked about 60 or 70. I mean, it just seemed like they got all before the time. It's an industrial place, so not a glamorous place, but it did have this kind of, I suppose, a survival spirit, really. But out of that, you see, we didn't have the distractions of London at the time. So if you're in a room with a light bulb, you start thinking. Hence,
Hmm.
maybe that's why we got a bit internal and philosophical kind of thing, or a self-awareness, Kierkegaard moments of realization or something. You started to think, who am I? What am I doing? And all this. And what is it, all this around me? Because I was a conscientious objector to work. I thought, I don't want a job. How am I going to fit into all this? So the music kind of came, fortunately.
Yeah.
Otherwise, as somebody asked me in Mojo, what would you do if I'm doing this? I said, I'd be a serial killer.
Oh, then good choice.
Because they're
Yeah,
well,
Music.
right.
they're well known.
Good choices. Um,
That came via Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. It was a big influence to that book. The moral thing about it and all the rest of it in that book. And about, he murders an old woman, acts to get the money, all that stuff to pay for a poor family to survive. And I thought, wow, that was game changing for me at